Hello everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Barely Unboxed. So today's video is going to jump a little bit back and forth. I unboxed this Garden Mysteries Skulltimate Secrets Venus, and there was an issue with the unboxing which you will see coming up very soon here. So I contacted Mattel and they very graciously sent me this new Hauntlywood Mysteries Clawdeen for free to make up for the problem I had with the Venus one. And then I already had this Monster Mysteries Draculaura that I haven't unboxed yet, and I thought, why not just do a triple unboxing? So we're going to cut to the footage of me unboxing this Venus, and you'll get to see that, but stay tuned, don't leave when I'm done, because I'm going to unbox the Claudine and the Draculaura as well. So it's going to be kind of a fun video to look at all three different versions of this type of Skulltimate Secrets that came in this type of case. I thought that would be really fun to kind of compare all three of them because they are a little different, but they're very similar. And this is the last in the series of the three Skulltimate Secrets using this type of case. And the next set we're getting, which I'm very excited for, is using a completely different case. And that one features Laguna, and you know how much I love Laguna, but also features Jennifer the dragon. So I'm very, very excited to get both of those. So let's go to the footage of Venus, and then right after I'm done unboxing her, we'll get into unboxing Claudine and Draculaura. Today we're back with another Monster High video because I have a lot of Monster High dolls that I've picked up in the last few months, and I want to start opening a lot of them. And this one is fairly new, but there is a newer series of these Skulltimate Secrets that came out just recently, and they've announced an even newer one that's going to be out soon with completely different packaging. So it seems like each kind of wave of these, you get like 3 waves for each kind of case, because we started out with that like coffin shaped locker, and now we have this one which looks kind of like a garden gate or like a cemetery gate or something, or a closet, and then the third one I think is like a suitcase. So looking forward to those. I think I mentioned them in a previous video, but if not, I will put a picture here. There's going to be 3 of them. That seems to be the magic number for these nowadays. There used to be like 5 or something like that when they first started. But it's going to be like Laguna, I think Draculaura, if I remember right, and totally blanking on the third character, even though I'm like, I can picture her in my head. Jennifer Long. So, and they come with like suitcases, and it's like kind of a travel theme. But anyway, today we were going to unbox this Venus McFlytrap. This is from the Garden Mysteries series. The only one that I've unboxed of these so far was Twyla, and I really wanted this Twyla, but I was super disappointed that her eyes didn't glow in the dark. And luckily, I was able to pick up her Fearbook doll, which does have glow-in-the-dark eyes and saran hair, and she's absolutely gorgeous. She's now my favorite Twyla. She's my new shelf display Twyla. But this is probably going to have polypropylene hair, but we will find out. So with these Skulltimate Secrets, it's like this whole thing where you use this key to find clues to build a lever that raises the doll up out of here. So you can actually kind of see Venus is inside here. You can see her head is right here. You can see her lips and her nose. And this one has long straight hair with some micro braids, so it's kind of interesting. There is the barcode on the bottom. This was on sale recently online, so I picked it up, and I will put links down below for where I got it. A lot of times stores in my area in the United States, they have like deals online where you pick up in store, like for instance for Target, and in store they're a different price, but if you do an online order and pick it up, it's cheaper. And that's one of the ways that you can get this doll cheaper. Sometimes they are on sale online and not in store. I think I actually picked this up in store and it was on sale. I can't remember. It's been a while since I bought this. She's just been waiting here for me to unbox her, and I really, really want to get her out of here. Okay, so here is the case, and you can see the doll inside a lot better now. You'll make a little lever that goes in here to lift her up. I absolutely love the design of this. So it has these beautifully sculpted flowers, and I would love to paint these. And there's roses down here and the skelet. I've seen some people take these and they paint the whole front of it, and it looks gorgeous. But yeah, so there is that. And then we have the instructions here. And I feel like I'm missing the key. Am I missing the key? I think I'm missing the key. I am so confused. All right, so we are missing the key. I think it's supposed to be in this bag. And it's not in here. Did it fall on the floor? I don't see a key. Okay, well that's problematic. Wow, that has never happened to me. I'll have to contact Mattel. And maybe they can send me a key, or I don't know. Well, I'll have to find that out. But for now, we're gonna open the instructions. That is so weird. I have never had it not have the key before. Has that happened to any of you out there? Let me know down in the comments. Or is this a first? Am I the first one to ever get one of these and it doesn't have a key? Alright, so this is her instructions, which are really beautiful. They have like flowers all over them, and it shows the doll, and it kind of gives you a breakdown on here of everything that you get inside, which is really cool. That way, I guess you can, make sure you got everything. And obviously, we did not get the key. So that is really weird. So this is what the key would look like. It's supposed to be green, and then you use the key to look on these, but you can kind of see what the images are without the key. And it's basically the pieces that you put together to create the lever to lift the doll out. So, well, I cannot believe they didn't give me the key. All right, so I'm just going to turn. I think I can turn this with my fingers. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no. All right, so I'm gonna have to try to find a key. I have some other ones of these. In fact, I have one over here. All right, so I have some keys from one of the original, well, not the first, but one of the first Skulltimate Secrets series that came out. These are from Frankie, so we can use these to open the door. Luckily. I really can't believe they forgot my key. I'm probably not going to shut up about it. All right, so inside here, we have some of this. It has like vines on the packaging. It's really cool, which matches Venus. And then inside here, oh, there's some cool stuff in here. All right, so this is the first piece to build the lever. It's this part here in this middle one right here. So that's that. So we have that piece. I love the green, and then it has like lips. It's like a flower, and it has like Venus lips or Draculaura lips, because both of them are in this series. So this next item is really cool. Wow, this is really cool. It's a like translucent teapot. And it's like on a leaf for the base, and then it has like this little pink flower on the top. And the whole thing with Garden Mysteries. Oh, and this comes out. Look at that. It has like little vines and flowers on that. And so basically this whole Garden Mysteries is that they're having like a tea party. So there's that. Is there anything else in here? Yes. There are some earrings in here. And these are really cute. They look like little hanging potted plants. And then they're like a translucent teal color. These are gorgeous. I love translucent items for dolls. I just find it fun. It just feels kind of fancier than just a solid color. Ooh. Okay, so this second package, make sure I got everything, has some amazing boots and some other, like a whole other outfit. And it's actually really nice looking. So let me get these boots open. Here are the boots. They're really cool. They have a lot of detail to them. I'll just show you the one. It has a painted flower on it. And then it has like vines. And then the vines look like they're growing up, you know, like her leg if she's wearing it. And they are both just like a mirror image of each other. And the bottoms do have like more like grassy, viney stuff on the bottom. Those are really cool. And then there's also a top which matches the packaging. Look at that. That is really cool, except for this is super like fancy looking. It's very shiny, kind of, you're like a sheer fabric with a shiny vine pattern on it, and it just velcros in the back. That's really pretty. And then there's a top or a under, like a, I don't know what you call this, like a little undershirt. I'm trying to, is it a camisole? Is that I don't know. I'm really bad at remembering clothing names. So there's that. And then there's this kind of plush velvety skirt with bows on it. And that just velcros all the way down the back. And then this velcros all the way down too. And it has like black lace on it. It's really, really pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and lock up this side, and then we'll open up the other side, and hopefully they didn't forget anything, because we need to be able to build this lever so we can get her out of there. Alright, so there's 2 more packages. Alright, so we have, wow, there's a lot in here. Very cool. Okay. So we have the other part for this lever, and then it shows the lips, and so you just put the lips inside that. It's very cool. So there's only one more part of that we need. And then there's a teacup that goes with the teapot. And it looks like it's all one piece. I thought maybe this would come out. And it looks like steam coming out of it, but it's shaped like vines. That is one of the coolest items I've ever seen. And here it is with the teapot. So they sort of kind of go together. I wish the teacup was translucent like this teacup. That would have been cool, but I still love it. And then what is this? Oh, this is a little like honey dipper. Yeah, so it looks like there's a little honey dripping off of it, like you're going to add honey to your tea or whatever. And then there's also 2 hangers, and they have the Monster High logo on the front. And this little bar, little green bar goes up in here. And then you can hang the hangers in here so you can hang the extra clothes that you're not wearing on the doll. So, all right. And I'm going to go ahead and close this and we'll rock it. Yeah, these are hard to turn with your fingers, unlike the older ones. So I'm really glad I had those keys handy. Since they forgot mine, I still can't believe they forgot my key. Alright, so in here we have 3 more parts. Alright, and we have the last part of the lever, and I love it. It has like leaves on it. And this just clicks into it like that. And then this clicks into the bottom here like that. And then that's how you lift the doll out. We'll do that here in just a moment. But I do want to get this purse out of here to look at. So this is Venus's purse, which is a light green, and it has a really cool printed pattern on it that looks like vines. The back of it looks like this. It has a V for Venus. It's very cute. And it looks like it does open. That is really cool. So you can open it. It even has a little bit of detail on the inside, like pockets. That's pretty cool. And it even has another little V on the zipper. That's cool. So you can put like the honey dipper in there. Yeah, it would fit in there, which is good because then you don't lose it. And then there's a clip, and this goes in the front where there's these little hearts, and that's to hold the doll up. But you can't put that in until you lift the doll up. All right, so let's move everything over here, and we are going to reveal our doll. Now she's going to come out of here, and she's going to be really tall. And there she is. You get a look at her. Oh, she looks really good. Her face screening looks really nice. All right, so let's remove this. Okay, put this over here for now. And you can see this has a lot of detail even to this little elevator thing, which is cool. There's a lot going on with this doll and how it reveals and everything. There's also this clip which has some decoration on it, some vines. And this goes up in here so you can put the doll back inside here and reveal it. And it holds them in, which is really cool. Alright, let me get her out of here and then we will take a look. Here is Venus out of her packaging. Yeah, she definitely is pretty, but she does have polypropylene hair. You can just tell by the way it looks. It's not the best. But she does have like these micro braids in her hair on this side, which looks really cool. And then she has the cornrows like her core doll had. And then her face is made up to be very different than her core doll. And even the new Fearbook doll, which if you saw that video, that should be up on my channel. The Fearbook doll is gorgeous, and she doesn't have the cornrows like this. She has a full head of like afro textured hair. It's really, really beautiful. But this one, she kind of has her own charm to her. I think she's really cute. I like the side glance. It's nice. So she does have the upper chest articulation, which is really nice to see in these Skulltimate Secrets dolls. She has the head tilt, and it can turn. She has the shoulder joint that goes up and down and around, the elbow joint that goes at 90 degrees. The hands can be removed, and they can spin and go up and down. I noticed on the Fearbook Venus, her hands come out super easy and go back in super easy, but they stay in. Unlike this one, you have to really pull on it to get the arms out. And then she has the hip joints to sit, which is a really nice 90-degree angle. She has the knee joints that go about a 90-degree angle, and they can spin. And as far as articulation, that's it. But it's enough. It's exactly the kind of articulation I want in a doll. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's perfect. It's one thing I like about Monster High dolls especially. Her outfit is really kind of interesting. She has like this plastic corset that you can undo in the back, and it even has two separate notches. So see that? You can make it tighter or thicker depending on the doll you're putting it on, I guess. And then she has this like dress that velcros in the back and on the neck, like right there. And then she has these really cool tights. I like these. They look really cool. They have like spots. Yeah, these tights look really cool. I love them. And then her shoes are pretty nice too. And they have a lot of painted detail. They have zippers, and the bottoms are painted pink. And you can see it says Uptown, Downtown, and has like arrow signs, like it's a road map. I think that's what they're going for. It's like signs to get around town. Because I believe the whole thing with Venus is that she is a plant monster that lives in the city. So she doesn't live in nature, really, which I think is really cool. All right, so that's the doll. And then you can use this monstrosity of a locker to display her by putting the clip around her like that. And you can even hang these on the wall because they have this spot here and here. You can put it on like screws or nails in the wall and hang it. So you could technically display your doll like that, which I think is really cool. And then you can keep all their accessories in here. You could even put all your Venus accessories from other Venus dolls in here. That way you know where they're all at, which I think would be a really cool thing to do. And now that I thought of it, I might start doing that so I can keep track of everything. I usually just use baggies or little boxes or something. All right, so we are going to put her in her second outfit, which I'm really excited for. Put this back here. So let me get her in her second outfit. I am going to leave the tights on, I believe. So the tights, oddly enough, go only down to her ankles. So you can actually see her leafy feet, which is cool. I don't mind that because you can just pull it down to put the shoe on, and then they don't get like stretched out when they work just as well because you would never know with the shoes on. All right, and the tights do go all the way up on her like pants do. And here she is in her second outfit. I love this braid sticking out in the front. The skirt is really cute. I love this undertop with the vines on it. And then you have this over, like, kind of corsety looking top, which looks really cute. And, you know, I tried putting this corset on over top of it, but it just seems like it's really hard to get that to go back on when she has so many clothes on. So I'm sure you could try to get it on, but we will look at it kind of like what it looks like without just attaching it. So this is what it would look like with that, which also doesn't look bad. So, because Venus has a lot of pink going on with the green, which I love. I love that combination to get together. And then she can hold her teacup in her hand like that. And then she can also hold the pitcher in the other hand, so she can pour herself a cup of tea. Very cute. Like that. And then she can also hold a little honey dipper in her finger like that. And it looks like the honey is dripping off, which is really cool. And then, of course, she can hold her bag on her arm, which kind of completes the look. The bag matches sort of the ribbon. Yeah, it definitely matches the ribbon. I like that. The only thing I feel like is kind of out of place are the color of these green boots, but I do like them. I think they're really cool looking. And she's already dropping things. So, yeah, like I said, we could totally put the honey dipper in the purse. That way we don't lose it. So I know where that is, at least. But yeah, she's really pretty. I'm not going to try on like all the different combinations because as it says, there's 125 plus looks. But I will do a few for photos at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that so you can see some different combinations of her outfit together. You'll have to let me know what you think of this doll. Do you have her or do you want to get her now? I'm really happy with her. I think she's really cute. I love the hair color with the green and the pink and all that together, and the neon green braids look really cool. Yeah. I just am disappointed that the hair is polypropylene, but it was expected with this because it's a lot going on, so they put most of the money into this. If they released this doll as just a doll with accessories, the hair could have probably have been a saran, definitely. Which, honestly, I would rather have that than this case. But like I said, the case is nice for storing all the extra accessories in. Alright, so now that you got to see the unboxing and how I was missing the key, I had to use, I think it was these exact keys here to unlock the doors. Sometimes you can unlock them just with your fingers, but I was having a really hard time. So I was lucky to have keys from a previous Skulltimate Secrets when they used to do these type of keys, because the keys in this are completely different. So hopefully we get keys in these other two. So we're going to unbox this Draculaura first. And we'll just leave those two in the back for now. So I'm excited for this one, but also I've heard her hair quality is not very good. These Skulltimate Secrets dolls all pretty much come with polypropylene hair. So you know how much we all love polypropylene hair. So, alright, so I'm going to cut the tape on this, but then before I take all the cardboard off, I will show you the packaging. I just wanted to get this ready. Okay, so we saw the front, and you can kind of see Draculaura through the little doors there. And then here is the barcode. This is a sticker on top of the barcode, though. I think I ordered this from Amazon, and I don't think that's the actual barcode. And I don't know if I can peel this off. Okay, so sort of, kind of. You can, hopefully that works if you want to scan it. And then here's the back. Now, I have the other 3 in this line, and this was the very first one I got, was Abby, and I really, really loved this Abby, and I also really loved Cleo and Claudine as well, especially Claudine. The purple and gold and blacks all together looks so beautiful. But today we are looking at Draculaura. So this, you only really need to undo the cardboard on the top. I always forget that. And luckily we have the key. So this is what we were missing with Venus. It should have been taped to the side. So we're already ahead of the game for this one, at least. Hopefully Claudine comes with a key. And I kind of think I can feel it, the bump on the side here. So I think the key's in there. Okay. Alright, so it also has the instructions. This is what it looks like before you start unboxing everything. And you can kind of see your doll inside, which I think is really cool. I love these Skulltimate Secrets. The original ones looked like lockers that were coffin shaped. And then the second wave, or not really second wave, but the second kind of sets, like, because they came out in like sets of 3, I guess. Like there was 3 different sets in the coffins, I believe. 3 different ones, which are all represented here in this kind of like wardrobe or cemetery gate looking thing. And then the new ones that are coming out, like I showed earlier, are in like a suitcase. So, all right, let's get this out and see. So all the instructions for these are specific to the doll that you're getting, which I think is really cool. And they're full color. So they're putting a lot of work into that, because this shows you it's all Draculaura themed. And this is how the key works. You use it on these. So let's get the key. You don't really need it. People, and including me, have mentioned this multiple times, that it's just bizarre how they want you to use this key to make out what the picture is, but you can already pretty much see it because the blue is so dark. So we're looking for these 3 pieces so that we can create this little lever to lift the doll out. And here's all the stuff you get in this one, and it even shows like specifics of Draculaura. I will say the drawing of Draculaura, she looks a little weird to me. I don't know, it doesn't look like the doll at all from what I've seen. Okay, so we have these 2 doors, and we use this key to open them, and we get all sorts of stuff inside. So this G3 Monster High has been very much about secrets. Like everything is secrets. There's Skulltimate Secrets, there's Buried Secrets, and there's even a new line coming out, I believe, with more blind bag stuff called Secrets. So when these first came out, because this was the very first time we saw this whole key, people were trying to use it on this. I know I was when I got Abby, which I will put a link to the Abby Abominable video, as well as for Cleo and Claudine in this line. So, and then you can always just check the playlist for Monster High, because all the Monster High videos will be in my playlist. So, let's see. Oh, here is the first item. That's actually the one listed first on here, right here. So we got that. I'm going to put these instructions to the side because we don't really need those anymore. All right, so we also get a pair of terry cloth shorts for Draculaura, and it has a cute little like spiderweb heart design. And then we get these leg warmers that come in pink. So that's everything in here, I think. Oh no, there is one more thing. I almost threw that away. These are her tights, which are really, really cool. They're sparkly, and they have little hearts, I think. Those are little hearts. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. They might be little skeletons, actually. I don't know. Can you tell what those are? I don't know. Maybe they're just dots, but I don't know. They kind of look like hearts. And then we have another package. And in here... Oh, we get lots of stuff in here. Make sure I don't throw anything away. We get this piece, which clips into here. So this goes like that. And now we only need one more piece, and then we can reveal the doll. There's also this microphone, which goes with this. Let me get this out. This was not blind packaged for whatever reason. I don't know. It was like that for every single one. So this is her headset, and it has a little spot here for the microphone to go in. So this is really cute. I like the bat ears and the hearts for the headphones. It's very cute. And then we also get some plastic fingerless gloves that slip right over her hands. And they have little hearts in them. Very cute. All right, so that was everything in that side. So now we open up the other side, and there's tons more packages. Well, maybe only 2. But these do come with a lot of blind bags to open, which I appreciate, because it's like a whole experience, and I think that's really fun, especially for kids. And for me, I'm not going to lie, I love this. I love this kind of stuff. So here we have, there's a hanger, and I'll show you what to do with that. There's this clip that clips in the front here, so you can stand the doll up, just like with Venus. Oh, and here is the final piece. It's the heart, and it just clips on to this. Let's see if I can get it on here. Does not want to go in. All right, I'm having some troubles. Okay, there we go. So there's that. And then this clips in to the bottom, just like that. But before we reveal her, I want to finish opening these up. So you get 2 hangers. And these have a skeleton on one side, and on the other side, there's no skeleton. Or at least it's the back of it. It's kind of cool how it's like the back of the skeleton. And then here's the hanger bar. And then the last thing in here, which I actually really like these pieces. They've been doing these in a couple, if not all, of the Skulltimate Secrets. There's this like chest piece, which looks really cool. It's very Sailor Moon coated. Like, it has a very Sailor Moon look to it. I love it. All right, and then this last pack, we get a bag. And there's no paint detail on any of this stuff really, which is kind of a bummer. It's shaped like a heart. There is going to be one thing in here, I believe. Oh, no, I think she's actually wearing it. I think she's wearing, there is one pair of accessories, or boots, that have some painted on detail or printed on detail. But she does come with this second pair of shoes, which kind of look like ballet slippers, and they look like curtains around the bottom, which I think is really cool. If I can get my camera to focus, they look like curtains. It's very cool. There's a water bottle with a bat and heart straw topper. Very cute. There's a hairbrush that she can actually hold. It has a little finger hole, and it has a bat on it. It's very cute. And then the last thing in here is this little charm that you're supposed to hang on the bag. And it has little bows and has a D for Draculaura. It's very cute. All right, so that is everything. And then now we get to reveal the doll. So I'm going to have to kind of put this down here. All right, are we ready? And there she, oh, you know what? I always forget. That prevents it from going all the way up if you put that in. And there she is. So very, very pretty. Wow, she has a really nice looking face. Okay, so let me get her off of this. All right, so here she is. I still have to cut her out of the plastic, but look at how beautiful her face is. I love the black lips and her eye makeup, and she has this sort of like heart, like overlay over her one eye, and her hair looks really actually not too bad. Doesn't feel bad either. Okay. So let me get her out of here. And here is Draculaura out of her packaging, and she's so cute. I think this face-up on her is one of the better face-ups I think I've ever seen on a Draculaura. And it's the old school, like, printed and not, or like stamped, or how, I don't know how you call it. It's not the UV printed face up that they've been doing on some of the newer dolls, like the Buried Secrets ones. Like, she's just super, super pretty. And her hair's actually really soft. It's definitely not saran, though, because of the way it kind of falls. It's not very natural feeling. But, you know, I'm not mad. It works for this doll. And so her articulation, she does have the upper chest articulation, and hers is really good. Wow. She has the head articulation, shoulder, elbow, wrists. The hands can come off of these. And then she has the leg articulation. She can sit. Knee articulation that also spins and goes up and down. And she can do the splits a little bit. And of course, Draculaura is kind of like a petite, like thicker body, which I really think is really cute for her. And I just love this outfit she's got on. So it's like a swimsuit leotard thing, and then it has the skirt, which is a separate piece. So you can take that off. And then her boots are really pretty. And this is what I was talking about. These have like this is the UV printed method. And I think it works so well on accessories. And I wish they would just keep using it, especially on the accessories. I think it looks really good. All right, so we're going to put this in here. And then that can hold her. And you can even hang these on the wall. I think I've mentioned this before. It has these two spots here and here that you can kind of hang on the wall, which I think is cool. There's also this clip, which now that I got her on here, I need to. This clip was included in with the doll, and it clips in here, so it holds her in, so you can store the doll in here, and then you can keep like revealing her, which is really cool, I think. All right, so now as far as accessories go, let's try this headpiece on her, because this specific set was very like pop star, which I think is cool. Like a pop star, you know, coming up out of the floor to perform. And there she is with her headset on. It looks really cute. And then there's this piece, which we'll need to take off the clip. And this piece just goes right over her chest like that. And you can mix and match all of these pieces to your heart's content. I'm not going to do all of that in the video because this video is going to be kind of long if I do that. But this piece goes in right here. Get it in. I think I got it in. And then you can hang her clothes in here, which is really cool. So there's that. I like that. That's a cool little aspect. All right, so yeah, she can hold her water bottle, which is great. There we go. So she can hold the water bottle. So she can get hydrated before she does her show. Let's try on these gloves. And to do that, I am going to take off her hand. I think I have the wrong one. It's just easier to take the hand off, and then you can put the glove on. Easier said than done. Her thumb does not want to go in. Okay, so there it is with the glove on. It's a little chunky, a little big looking. I think I said that previously on videos that I unboxed the other 3 of these. And I think this was also one of the last Skulltimate Secrets sets that had 4 dolls. And I think there was even some before that that had 5. Okay, so there she is with her gloves on. She's really cute. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to put her on here. And I will try out all the outfits on her. For photos at the end of the video, because getting these tights on, you have to take all her clothes off to put the tights on so it looks right. It's a whole thing. And she does have an alternate ballet outfit, which is this and the leotard she's already wearing, and then these shoes. So I think I will do that look because that one's going to be easy to do on camera. All right, let me do that real quick. All right, so I did want to show, this is what she looks like without the skirt. You can see it looks like sort of a bathing suit or a leotard, which it's cool because it works either way. So like if you wanted to take your Draculaura to the beach for photos, you got a beach look right there, which I think is really, really cool. I really do like this hair. I think it's not bad. It's not bad looking on her at all. And I like the colors and the way they did the stripes. Very cute. All right, and there is like her second look, which is like a ballet look. And it's, like she's in her warm-up gear, getting ready to do her show, learning her moves, which I think is really cute. All right, so we're just going to leave her in this outfit for right now. And then at the end of the video, there will be lots of photos of her wearing her regular performance outfit. All right. Let me put all this off to the side. I did notice her shorts are shedding some terry cloth material, but that is perfectly fine. So there we have Draculaura looking absolutely adorable. Okay, so now we're going to unbox this Claudine. Now, I have unboxed Frankie on my channel before, and I will put a link to that video in the iCards. This Frankie is gorgeous. There's also a Caddy Noir, and that's the only one I don't have from this set, because there's only 3 in this set, and the only one I don't have from this Garden Mystery set that Venus is from is Draculaura, and I've been wanting to get her, but I haven't found her like for a good price. I've been trying to find her at like Ross. I'm hoping she shows up at Ross. It would be great. I don't know if she will, but here is the packaging for Claudine. here's the barcode. And again, this was sent to me for free because I didn't get the key for this one, and I told them that it was like a whole disappointing experience because I had to find the old keys from another one to even get it open, and they apologized and sent me, they told me we don't have another Venus to send you, but we do have, it was, I think, a choice between this one and Caddy and Frankie, and I chose Claudine because I really wanted to see what this looked like in person. So let's get this out. And she does have her key. So thank you Mattel. Thank you for not sending me one that didn't have the key. That would have been so funny. That would have actually made me laugh so hard if I opened it and didn't have a key. I probably would have let it go. I wouldn't have contacted them. Well, maybe I should, just so they know. It's if your dolls are ever missing anything, or if there's something wrong with their face, like, you know, maybe the face is printed really weird, like crooked, wonky, contact Mattel through their website. They have a customer service. You can contact them through email, or I think you can call them. I did the email, super easy. They will give you like an option for a refund, which they did recently for another doll that I contacted them about, or they'll send you something. And I usually just let them send me something because I kind of like to see what I get. Sometimes it's random. All right, so here is Claudine's paper. And again, you use this key, and again, it's just the same things. It's the things that make the lever so that you can lift the doll up. That's all it is. And then here's the back. And Claudine's doll on here looks very different than the one that will be in here, especially the hair. Because the hair, I think, is kind of like a really, really curly hair type, which I think is really cool. Alright, so the cases on these are very different from each other. This one's sort of like stars, very Hollywood themed with spider webs. This one is more like glitzy and has some hearts and ribbons, very kind of Sailor Moon-like. And then the one for this set has flowers on it because it's a garden themed set. So I think that's really cool how they're all different. The backs, I think, are all the same, though. And they all have those spots to hang it on the wall. All right, so we did unlock this. So let's get all these out of here. And there's only 2 packages in this side. I think there's 2 in each side. And the packaging on this is all like leopard print, which is really cool. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got hangers, more hangers. These are gold instead of silver, but they're exactly the same as the silver hangers. Oh, and we got our first piece for the lever, and it looks very different than the other one. It has like stars on it, like for Hauntlywood. I'm throwing everything today. Caught that one, though. So there's 2 hangers and the bar. So we can go ahead and put that in. I think on Draculaura, the bar and the hangers were in this side, which is kind of funny. I don't know if that's just how they get packed sometimes. Maybe it's not perfect. Okay. Oh, and here we got the next part of the lever, which is a paw. It's very cool. And this just goes right down in here. And it should snap in. It's very cool. All right, and what else do we have? There's quite a few stuff in here. Make sure I don't throw anything out. Let me check the other bag. Sometimes there's tiny things, like this little necklace. It has like a wolf on it. It's very cool. It's very shiny plastic gold. I really like that. And then here is her handbag, which actually has some paint detail on it. I'm actually impressed a bit. Although I would have liked to have seen more. But it is nice that it has the same wolf from her necklace, I think. And it's only painted on the one side. I like the triple moon. And there's tassels on the bottom. And then there's also the clip, which we're not going to put in yet because I always mess it up when I do that. And then we got these glasses, which are not transparent, but they're meant so that you can kind of still see her eyes over top of them. Those are actually kind of cool. They have little moons on the side. Little crescent moons. It's kind of hard to see that. All right. And then, all right. That was it for that side. So there wasn't actually a lot in those. Let's see what we get in here. Okay, this feels like it has clothes in it. So I'm wondering, maybe we're getting less things, you know? Who knows? Let's see. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so here is the last piece for the lever. It's a star. And this clips in, and it's a slightly different kind of gold than the paw, which I think is really cool. That really pops. All right, so that goes down in here. But before we lift her up, we'll look at everything else. So there are some bracelets, I think. These are little bracelets. There's 2 of them. They have stars on them. And I think a moon. Yeah, crescent moon and stars. And then she gets these alternate hands. And this one, it looks like she's holding something, which is actually really cool. And she comes with this microphone. And I don't know if maybe the microphone is... You know what? Oh, I remember. This is actually making a heart symbol. And if you pair her up with Frankie, who also has the other half of the heart symbol. So I might have to do that for photos. If I can get her out of my storage. Or actually, she's not in storage. She's on display, but she's like behind a bunch of stuff. But you do get this microphone. And they can hold it. You just put it over their finger like that. All right. And was that it in that package? I think it was. I do like getting different hands because the whole thing is that they have removable hands. So why not give us some alternate hands? I think that's really cool. Okay. All right. So this last thing has a jacket, which actually is really kind of nice. It has fur, and it has this very translucent leopard print sleeves, and it's gold. And then she gets a leopard print skirt, but it also is stars and moons. So it's kind of looks like leopard print, but it's stars and moons, which I think is really cool. And then she has this other skirt. Two extra skirts. Wow, okay. This one is purple with fur, and I love it. It's very cool. Velcro's in the back. So does this one. All right, and then the last thing you get is a pair of shoes. Because she should have a pair of shoes on. So this is the second pair. And these are awesome. They have like chains and wolf heads that match her earring, or not her earrings, but her necklace and her bag. And it has, what is that? I think it's like, oh, it says Claudine Wolf with a scratch mark, and then it has her eye on the other. That's really cool. These are very rubbery feeling. Okay, so now that we've looked at all that, it's time to reveal the doll. Ooh. Wow. Okay, she looks really good. And it's not the UV printing method on her either. Okay, and I like that this is gold, this part that comes out. That's really cool. The other two had black ones. So there she is. She has baby hairs. That's so cool. So her hair isn't quite as curly as I thought it was, but maybe I just need to get her out of here and fluff it up a bit. So let's do that. Here is Claudine out of her packaging, and she has like this side eye. She looks really cute. I will say her printing looks pretty good. Everything looks really nicely centered and everything. And she does have some tinsel in her hair. I don't know if we've ever had a Claudine with tinsel. Usually it's Cleo that gets the tinsel. But yeah, her hair is kind of a mess. I kind of want to wash it. But it is polypropylene. There's some hair coming out already. And it has tinsel in it, so you got to be really careful when you're washing hair with tinsel. So she has these really cool arm, like gloves. They're supposed to be like gloves because her hands are molded in this purple matching fabric, and she's wearing rings, and it has a little moon on it. It's very cool, and so it looks like she has long gloves on, which I think is really cool. Like, that is a really neat look. But then you can swap out these normal, like the skin colored hands instead of these, which I think is really cool. Now her outfit, it is one piece, and it's a dress, and it has like this kind of zebra print to it. She has this necklace that's also sort of like a harness because it goes around the back down here. So it's very elaborate. I think it's really cool. She has this awesome belt with moons and stars on it. And then she has these cool boots. And I believe these come off. So you can just have these like kind of patent leather, kind of lizard print boots, and then they have like black fur sculpted at the top. It would have been nice if the black fur was purple, painted purple to match this skirt. So she's got a lot of different looks that she can do because of all the different pieces. And her articulation is also the same as Draculaura's, because she does have that upper chest, which is really nice to see. Okay, so I took her belt off. I want to try on this purple skirt. Oh, that's cool. It kind of like, it's like a kind of a low skirt, I guess, to hide the dress that it's going on top of. So that's actually kind of cool. I do wish she would have had like just a top instead of the dress, because I don't believe there's any way to like give her just a top. So if you take the dress off, then basically you're going to be giving her this open jacket, and she won't have anything covering her top part, which is kind of weird. All right, let me give her these. I'm gonna give her this jacket. We'll try this on, because I think that's what she's wearing on the package. Yeah, she's definitely wearing the jacket. Well, it's weird. On the artwork, she's wearing the jacket only one sleeve on, and then the sleeve is off. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Oh, I see. The hand that makes the heart can also be used to hold her bag. I'll do that. I should have grabbed my Frankie, but I totally forgot that she had the whole heart hand in this version. Okay. So there she is with the jacket on. I think she does need this belt for it to look good, though. Let's try it. Yeah, see that belt kind of pulls it all together. And then she can hold her bag with this hand. I think. There we go. She's got her bag. And then the whole microphone thing is because she's like, I think the whole thing is her and Frankie are on the red carpet together, and they're interviewing Caddy Noir in Hauntlywood for like a movie premiere or something, you know. So there is like a full look for her. Let's give her her sunglasses. Oh yeah, those make her look so good. I love it. Give her her necklace too. She does have a necklace. Very cool. And then she also has these bracelets, which I think those are kind of to help her purple hands blend in better. Like they're part of the, like they're the glove more than anything. But we'll put them on her like this. So that looks pretty good. I like this. I like this whole look. I'm not sure about this purple skirt though. Kind of seems off. You know what? Let's give her those other boots and see if that brings it all together better. Alright, so there she is with her other shoes on. That kind of, they match the belt, which I really appreciate. So that kind of brings it all together. And you know what? I think she needs this necklace harness thing. Let me try that. Yeah. There we go. Very cool. She's ready to interview Caddy. It's just cool. I do think her hair definitely needs a redo. Because I think it would look much nicer if this wasn't so poofy on the top. Because in the artwork, it's not as poofy on the top. So, there you go. So, you'll have to let me know, out of all the dolls today, who was your favorite. We do have this piece I almost forgot to put in. So, there we go. That is in there to help hold her in when she rises up and down. Okay, so let me put her on here. Alright, there we go. Now we have all 3 dolls. So you'll have to let me know who is your favorite of the 3 today. If I had to pick one, I think it's going to be Venus. I think Venus is so gorgeous in this version of her. And I love this straight hair with the micro braids throughout it. It just looks really cool. But I do love this Draculaura as well. But yeah, so let me know who your favorite was down below in the comments. Please like the video if you liked it, and if you can hype it up, I would appreciate that too. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell for notifications so you'll get notified every time I put up a new video. I put up new videos every week and use the subscription tab to keep track of those. That's what I like to do with people I subscribe to. Share the video if you think anyone would like to see this too. But ultimately, I love hearing your comments, and your likes really help the channel grow. So thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care out there. Love you guys. Bye. A special shout out to all my members. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to all my subscribers, new and old. Without you, these videos would not be possible. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.